welcome back to another Building a Diorama video. In the last video I left off with you guys, I had done the primer and the first coat of paint. Since then I have gone ahead and I have put on a second coat and did detail work. Juliet's also making an appearance in this video, I guess, today as well. I will be adding a slideshow detailing what I did in the meantime between the last video and this video. And after that, we'll be getting into putting the wallpaper on, putting the framework in the door and in the windows, and also going ahead and putting the framework along the side and on the interiors where the windows and doors will be seen on the inside. Once that's done, that's pretty much done for the build of the diorama. We'll get into actually building some of the tabletops and stuff that I'm going to have in here, and painting the 3D printed TVs, gaming systems that I've had a friend of mine print off. With that, Juliet's basically saying we should get to the video. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me feedback, and as always, stay nerdy. Alright guys, so far I've got the wallpaper cut out for the wall that will have the door on it. I also have the wallpaper cut out for the wall that doesn't have anything on it. I got really lucky, and these 12 by 12 sheets, I was able to use one sheet to do 2 walls with that. I'm not sure if you guys can see the detail on it's really fine, but there is some detail on one side of the actual paper that I'm using. The other side of the paper is flat. I have run into a slight snag, and as you've probably seen just before we cut into this part of the video, me measuring out from the center out. When I cut this piece of foam, It's slightly larger than I wanted it to be, which means the 12-inch piece of paper that I'm using is slightly smaller than the actual wall space will be when I put the two side walls on. I do have a fix. What I'll just do is I'll take another piece of this paper and cut some little strips that I'll glue in on the side right here, so that way it covers up and it'll just be a slight seam, but you shouldn't see it. But it's one of those things, like, you need to be really careful when you're cutting the foam to begin with, so you don't run into this issue down the way, but it does happen. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to be doing next is putting in the placement of the windows, doing the same thing as I did for the door piece, just cutting out everything that needs to be done. And then I just need to glue this stuff onto the actual foam. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and put on the trimming that I did, which will cover up the seam lines here where the wallpaper is going to be. I did cut the wallpaper a little longer than needed, so that way I have a nice crisp look when I put the wood across it. All right, guys, let's get back to it. Alright, guys, so that's it. I now have the wallpaper for all the walls cut out and ready to go. On this one, like I said, I am going to have to cut two little trim pieces to put on there, but that's no big deal. What I'll be doing next is I'll be taking some regular old school white glue and watering it down a little bit in this cap, which I will then go ahead and brush across the top part where the wallpaper will be glued on. Once that is dry, I will go ahead and put in the trim along the walls and put in the actual frames for the windows. I still need to build a door for this guy, and I need to put in the wood frame for the windows there as well. And I still need to build a couple tables to put into this guy to house the TV and other accessories that I'll have in this guy. Once that's all done, I'm also going to stick on some stickers on the inside to make it look like it's posters on the actual walls, and that'll be it. So we're closing in on having this particular diorama completed fairly soon. It has taken me well over 24 hours and well over a month to do that, taking parts